Okay, so at this point, we're going to move to our first pitch of the day. You'll see on the program that this is pitch number 8. That's because we've had 7 pitches over the previous 2 days. For those who haven't seen the pitch format yet, our entrepreneur will have 3 minutes to pitch their idea to our judges who are also listening in the background. Afterwards, the judges will join us on the call, ask questions, Q&A round, and then we'll have a short vote, feedback on the presentation on the pitch. So I'd like to introduce our presenter today. It's Mutembei Kariuki. Hello to
Hello.
Kenya. Glad
Yes,
to have you
hello.
on the call.
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello. He's going to be
Hello?
talking about Fastagger. As you can see, Fastagger is a platform that provides image annotation services to AI-driven companies. Their goal is to accelerate AI applications by providing access to high-quality data enhanced by human interaction. They help companies doing AI save time, noting that it would take 10,000 hours for a small startup team of 10 people to label 1 million images in their deep learning model. So how exactly that works is going to be the focus of Mutembei's presentation today. So you're ready. It looks
Thank
like
you
I
very
see your
much.
presentation. Okay, very good.
Yes.
3
Okay,
minutes.
perfect.
The floor is all yours. Good luck.
Okay. Okay, let me put it on
Sure.
full screen. Yes. Hi, my name is Mutembei Kariuki, co-founder and CEO of Fastagger. At Fastagger, we connect the millions of unemployed youth in Africa to the future of work in AI data management. We do this as a full-stack artificial intelligence company delivering AI as a service. Our vision is to provide income for youth while working with them to build AI for Africa. AI is projected to contribute $15 trillion to the global economy by 2030, up from $2 trillion in 2018. AI and machine learning demonstrate great potential, but companies face challenges in adopting, such as lack of a clear strategy, lack of data, and limited skills or talent. In addition, 80% of the time spent in machine learning projects is spent on data preparation, which requires human intervention. For example, data preparation for 1 million images would require 100,000 man-hours. This is where Fastagger comes in. We offer companies a full suite of services, the first of which is data management, where we have trained and engaged with nearly 50 young Africans to manage data for the clients, and they have completed over 5,000 tasks till date. We also have AI as a service, where we offer access to AI models via API. Our value proposition is that we are cost effective with speed and scale achieved through our African annotators. We are building AI products for some of Africa's biggest challenges using African data, thus removing bias and improving accuracy. To demonstrate the work that we do, we have built a proof of concept focused on the solar energy space. There is a large energy poverty gap in sub-Saharan Africa, with nearly 600 million people without access to electricity, and this can be partly addressed through solar energy, which presents a $200 billion opportunity over the next 6 years. In our proof of concept, we use satellite imagery to build a solar panel detecting algorithm that can be used for market analysis and building solar maps of cities. This reduces the time and cost of sending people to the field by providing fast and accurate satellite data to inform decision making. Solar maps currently cost up to $200,000 to build. We aim to reduce this cost. Fastagger has a strong founding team. Our COO, Stephanie, has experience in finance and strategy, consulting in Africa and Asia, as well as a master's degree in analytics. Our CTO, Jude, is completing his PhD at Georgia Tech, focusing on AI. He has experience in software development and GIS from working at the World Bank, MIT, and Harvard. I am the CEO and have experience managing teams and projects globally and across Africa. I previously led the Make IT in Africa initiative in East Africa as part of the German Development Corporation, managing partnerships with companies such as IBM, SAP, Airbus, and Liquid Telecom. We're looking for partnerships with organizations looking for data labeling services and developing algorithms. Please join us in the future of work and building world-class AI solving African challenges. Thank you, and please feel free to reach out on our website or directly via email, and happy to answer questions after this.
Thank you very much, Mutembei, for that very concise presentation. At this point, we're going to ask our 4 judges to join us so they can ask questions in our question and answer round. For those watching, you can see Mutembei's contact details over email and websites. Our Judges today, I see we have Duke and Christoph, who we just had in the panel discussion, and joining us also from Switzerland is Mathis Fleck, who will be a keynote speaker later, and Thomas, who has been in all of the pitch rounds. So Duke, can I start with you? Do you have a question?
So thank you, Fastagger and Mutembei. Sorry, it's not good in
Yes, you're right.
pronouncing.
Thank you.
So it's a very quick presenter, but I think if possible, please share more about your targeted clients and their pains and what are your solutions.
Yeah, so our target clients are companies which have AI projects and particularly image recognition. So it's international clients. We started with working with platforms. So this is who have tools for annotation and they needed the labor for doing the annotation. So the main challenge is that they have large amounts of image data from their clients that they need to do annotation on, bounding boxes, segmentation, categorization, and they have large volumes of this and they need a good prices and a good labeling technique, and so we provide those services. So their main pain is the high amounts of data that they have and the speed to which they need it labeled and the quality, and so we've been providing that for them. So that is on the first level. On the second level, we are finding clients who actually want help on building up use cases and their AI projects, and we are providing those advisory services as well for them, because they don't have the in-house teams, because an in-house AI team could cost you upwards of $300,000, $350,000 or $400,000 if you're in Silicon Valley or even here over a year, and we're reducing that cost also for them.
Excellent. Do you have any traction or any sale number that you have in your market?
Yes. So on the side of the data labeling, we've already gone through, actually I have an addition from the slides, is this week we've already managed about 150,000 images for a client. We have now additional from the 50, we have actually increased the teams because we're getting more work from that. And I can talk more maybe on one-on-one on the types of revenues we're coming in, but we're projecting this month to have about a good amount of $2,000.
Thank you very much. You heard the one-to-one comment. Excellent. So Christoph, if I can move on to you, please.
Yes. So my understanding is your customers are probably outside Kenya today. You probably have a few in Kenya, but the companies that really need, AI as a service are probably outside. Is there a strategy to at some point try to balance this, or is the market too early, or how much time is it going to take?
So one of the interesting things, we also got to be part of the Microsoft for Startups program, and so we are currently engaging with them to become a partner on their platform, so just fulfilling their requirements there. And they have already done an AI readiness within Africa. So the key markets are Kenya, South Africa, and Nigeria, and we're looking for like a partnership with them, their ML tools, to be doing that labeling for them. So that will help us balance out the African market. But the global market is continuously growing, and I think we are also continuously targeting that. I'm using my experience having worked in Japan to target that market in Asia, then of course Silicon Valley and Europe.
Thank you very much. Mathis, if I can move on to you, please.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, Mutembei, thank you very much for sharing this presentation with us. If I understand right, you're rather into data engineering than data science space, so data preparation is what you do. And we see this in many projects. This is the crucial part. However, it's labor intense, as you described it. So how do you scale? And if you have to scale, because you're becoming a worldwide champion of this space, how do you ensure quality?
Yeah, I think one of the best things that Africa has right now is the young people that it has on the continent. We're becoming better and better connected. So one of the strategies we are following is really connecting to these young people remotely. A lot of them are getting access to computers and to smartphones. So far, we've mostly been working with them using web-based platforms for them to work on. And so we are able to scale this remotely to as many young people. We've just done a partnership to get 170 more young people who can work with us. We are also working on partnerships to build mobile apps that can do the basic annotation of classification and bounding boxes. So that will be able to scale to 100,000 and more young people, and we can be doing projects much faster. And so those are some of the plans that we have in terms of scaling.
Thank you.
Thank you. That sounds
Thank you very
impressive.
much. And Thomas, how about you? I think you're on mute,
Sorry,
Thomas, still. There we go. Yeah. Thomas, you're still muted.
So thanks again, Mutembei, for this great presentation, which was very fast, but I looked a bit up Fastagger on the net, and apparently you have a huge success in attracting and in getting named for acceleration programs. I saw you are part of Africa for Future, different initiatives. So that's kind of a role model, the way you are doing it, I have the impression, based on our discussion we had just before. The question I would have is in terms of your traction. So what is your traction so far? Can you explain or say a bit more about what kind of customers you have already, and how did you evolve with them?
Yeah. So far, the traction we have is working with the platform. So tools from Silicon Valley who have the platforms, and so we've been delivering projects for them. So we have already onboarded about 70 young people who are doing projects. So they've been able to already gain an income. So in terms of the young people, the highest has been able to, in a week, earn about $30, which is, especially during this COVID time, is really good. And on terms of like our revenues, and the number of images we're doing, in the last month, we've been able to do about 150,000, and we are now getting more and more projects as we build up the teams. We are also in discussions with more platforms to provide services to them. And then again, as you're seeing, as part of Traction, as part of the Africa for Future program, we are actually in the next 2 weeks going to be presenting our AI as a service in terms of our solar panel detection model to the team as a POC to them. So we have been able to get quite a bit of traction in the last month and get a bit of revenues coming in.
Okay, thank you very much to our judges for the question and answers, also to Mutembei for providing those answers. And so I now like to turn to the judges and ask you to do a vote. So we're going to vote on a scale from 1 to 4. 1 means that the idea needs to be totally revised, can't be used as is, and 4 meaning it is startup gold. So could you please show by a show of fingers into your camera, 1, 2, 3, or 4? Mate's a bit over, I see 3. Okay, we have 2 4s and 2 3s. Congratulations, Mutembei. Very good result from our judges. Thank you very much for the presentation and for the results.
Thank you very much.
Wish you a very good afternoon back in Kenya. Okay, we're going to move on to our second pitch. Our judges will still be in the background.